We can do that.
Like B-roll, you know,
Like,
just send the cameras out there and just keep saying watermelon.
Well, we are very appreciative that you guys are here and accepting our award of media and entertainment.
Yes.
You do a wonderful job of spotlighting Texas, the big spots and the spots that not everybody knows about.
We enjoy doing
We
it.
hope you keep doing it.
Thank you. Honored to be here. Very honored. Hi, how are
Hi,
you?
how are you?
Good.
Hi, I'm Jan Harris.
Howdy, Shane McCall.
I know who you are. I see you from 5 to 5:30 every Saturday evening.
Oh, wonderful.
On
Channel 2, Houston?
yes, in Houston.
Okay, yeah.
How did you know Houston?
I knew that at the
Because I
airtime.
said 5 to 5:30.
Would you like to take a picture with them? I've got my phone, I can text it to you.
We can do that. We will do that. We're ready.
You're going to
get
okay.
in there right now.
Perfect. Yes, ma'am.
Let me make sure things are okay.
Where they normally want to take Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, it's just super hot.
Where's this going? Oh, okay. No telling. I'm not asking.
Hold up. While you're
This is what
retires, the invocation will be given by Georgianne Brockstein, State Chaplain. The Pledge of Allegiance will be led to the flag of the United States of America, will be led by Benny Byrd, State Historian. Mrs. Foster, may we have some music while our wonderful Texas Page is retired?
Thanks for giving us something.
And his MA and PhD in political science from the University of Houston. His career has focused on the importance of making the founding of America come alive for his students, giving them a sense of time, place, and personality.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you, Jamie, for the introduction. Madam State Regent, thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. I have to tell you that this is the best-dressed audience I have spoken to ever in terms of speaking about the American founding. Normally, on a weekly basis, when I talk about the American founding, I'm addressing people in gym shorts, athletic uniforms, and increasingly pajamas. So it's nice to see everybody properly attired this evening. I've been a political science professor at the university for about 25 years now. We have really almost for most of our history been Houston Baptist University. In the fall, we made a name change to Houston Christian University to better reflect the diversity of our campus body. Probably good news for a Lutheran like me, so I no longer have to do my drinking and dancing with the officers. Anyway, thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight and tell you about what we're doing. I have both good news and bad news to share with you. The bad news is that in institutes of higher education across America, teaching anything about the American founding has become increasingly problematic. The founding fathers have largely fallen out of favor, and teaching the Constitution in some schools is actually prohibited or considered controversial. There are schools, the good news, that make an effort to sort of correct what I see as a glaring deficit in people's education. This sort of common history that binds us together. And so I'd like to tell you about what we're doing at Houston Christian University, about the mission of the Morris Family Center, to show you how our outreach is to address what I see as a great deficit in higher education these days. You've heard that phrase before. And so we decided at the university that there's an increasing number of young people who really in order to understand the values that our country was based on, we need to re-emphasize our nation's founding principles and our nation's history. So we created this thing called the Center for Law and Liberty. We've done a number of different extracurricular opportunities for our students. We have a faculty lecture series where we talk about different aspects of the American founding or American Revolution. One that you might be interested in, we did a whole lecture series on founding mothers, mercifully, by Independence Hall at many universities across the nation, but ours is the only one based on the actual blueprints. And the superintendent of the real Independence Hall was very helpful to us in the construction process, in picking out paint colors. The chairs are made by the same guy who makes and we tell them the two things we want you to remember that happened in this building today are the signing of the Declaration of Independence in 1776 and the signing of the Constitution in 1787. And they ask questions about the pictures of why George Washington is in one and not the other, and Thomas Jefferson's in one and not the other. They'll ask questions about why they all look like old people with gray hair because of the wigs they wore. There's always, it has to be passed down from generation to generation, like holiday traditions or grandma's recipes or even language. Because if it's not, it will be forgotten. And that tells me how important the work at organizations like the DAR is, because without you, the heritage and the sacrifices of that founding generation would be lost. And our political system, our constitutional system, only works if there are people to uphold it. You might be interested to know that the lead gift for the project, the reason it's called the Morris Family Center for Law and Liberty, is that the family who gave the lead gift to make this happen, the mother, who's deceased now, Joella Morris, was a lifelong member in the DAR, member of the Lady Washington chapter, and a big believer in this type of mission. Her daughter, Lisa Simon, is still a member of that chapter. The elder Mr. Morris, Dr. Morris as we call him on campus, is a member of the SAR. He's 103 now, and World War II vet and that sort of stuff. And he was adamant that this had to happen. And that, of course, we thanked him many times for the gift. And he says, if it doesn't happen, it will be forgotten. That's what he said. So what he meant by that was, What he meant by that was the sacrifices of that founding generation. So that's why it's so important, the work you do here. And I'm so grateful to be honored here to share with you what you've done and tell you to keep up the good work. Thank you very much.
Named for the 4 women who founded the Daughters of the American Revolution in 1890, were established almost 30 years ago to recognize citizens who have given unselfishly to their community, state, or nation. The deed, service, or educational pursuit for which an individual is nominated must go far beyond his or her employment obligations or normal duties. The Mary Smith Lockwood Medal for Education honors an individual who has shown an exemplary achievement through service and leadership in promoting education outside the formal educational process. Will Jamie Birchfield, State Chair of the Founders Medal Committee, please assist in presenting the Mary Smith Lockwood Medal for Education?
Madam State Regent, after using green tablecloths, ink balls with quill pens, and parchment paper to create a mock constitutional convention for his students, a dream was born when Dr. Hammond saw how enthusiastic his students embraced making history come to life while learning about our founding fathers and the creation of our founding principles and documents. For the last 10 years, Dr. Hammond has been leading the charge to create a replica of Independence Hall on the campus of Houston Christian University. This $30 million project, which was completed and opened in September 2022, not only benefits the students at Houston Christian University, but will be a destination for school children, teachers, and business leaders to learn more about American history, our constitutional system of government, and free enterprise, a vision of Dr. Hammond's. The Center's mission is to, 1, educate all people about the principles that make America an exceptional nation. 2, train and equip teachers, lawyers, and the business community to articulate and defend our nation's founding principles. And 3, facilitate civil discourse among diverse groups about politics, public policy, and the future of the United States of America. Can you imagine how powerful it will be for young scholars and students to take classes in history, government and law, criminal justice, and economics in a room that makes you feel like you are in the very room where the American story really began, with modern conveniences such as air conditioning, electricity, internet, and ADA accessibility. Dr. Hammond's passion for American history and our founding fathers has led to the creation of a true gift that will further instill with future generations of Texans and Americans will learn about our founding fathers and our founding principles in a unique and immersive experience previously not provided anywhere else outside of Philadelphia. Dr. Hammond's is sponsored for the Mary Smith Lockwood Founders Medal for Education by the John McNick Alexander Chapter, Caroline Hassel Regent. With Dr. Hammond this evening is his wife, Daniela. Please stand. And seated in reserved seating are Caroline Hassel and Betsy Miller. Please stand so we may greet you. For his dedication to ensuring generations acquire a knowledge and love of American history and our nation's founding principles, the Texas Society is pleased to present the Mary Smith Lockwood Founders Medal for Education to Dr. Christopher Hammond.
distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me first thank, sincerely heartfelt thank you to the ladies of Come and Take a Chapter, especially the Regent Catherine Young, and also my dear friend Angela Marshall. For without their support and efforts, this award tonight would not be possible for me. I'm honored and humbled by this recognition and actually quite surprised. And I believe the other award winners tonight will agree. Henry, Shane, got a Brazos County bunch here, and Dr. Henry, that we don't do this type of work to get fame or fortune or recognition. We do it because it's important, and it must be done. And we surely cannot forget our history. We cannot forget those who have sacrificed and served, like Jackie, who, when I got frustrated, many times, I know many of you have served on committees and have gotten frustrated, reminded me of the importance of my work. A gentleman by the name of Bill Page in Brazos County, who I've collaborated with on history projects since 1999, and Dr. Chip Dawson, whose patience and skill has made me the historian and writer that I have become. And last but surely not least, to the person who initially inspired my curiosity and passion for history, and that was my mother. Excuse me. She's gone from us now, yet I believe that she's here tonight, and I know that she's very proud to not only see her son standing before you, but also in the knowledge that it was her family line that provided the patriot who enabled her granddaughter here tonight to join as the newest member of Come and Take a Chapter. This is the organization, the National Society of Daughters of the American Revolution. Thank you, and God bless.
Congratulations, Dr. Blair, and thank you, Ms. Bird. The TR Historic Preservation Medal recognizes and honors an individual or group with recent and remarkable volunteer work at the community level. The award recognizes achievements in all areas of historic preservation.
The sponsoring chapter level leader are Vicki Smith, Vicki. Please join us in honoring Mr. Mayo.
Yeah, I wanted to thank you all very much for this. That was unexpected, especially I want to thank Vicki Smith, Vicki, that helped so much with the nomination, working on this. There's so many people on the Brazos County Historical Commission with me, and former members, Sean Carlson, John Blair, here that are on the Brazos County Historical Commission. And currently, I believe out of our 13 members, we have 4. Mary Shearer is on the commission, Vicki, and Jane Cohen, and Sherry Frisk, who's not here tonight. But the DAR always, I know exactly the first time I ever heard of the DAR, and it was 6th grade. Mrs. Delia Fleming was my 6th grade English teacher, but she was like the DAR lady from Ryan College Station. But then later, so many of my friends have been really active in it, and one of your dear friends was Nancy Reynolds-Tyner, was our secretary for our historical commission for many years. And so I hold the DAR very dear, and proud to be a member of the SAR. And so thank you all very much.
Congratulations, Mr. Mayo, and thank you, Mrs. Dillard and Ms. Umbro. The Community Service Awards Committee was established by the Society's National Board of Management in 1995 as an opportunity for chapters and states to recognize worthy individuals in their communities for outstanding voluntary achievements in cultural, educational, humanitarian, patriotic, historical, citizenship, or environmental conservation endeavors. Please welcome Zia Lowe, State Chair, who will now introduce the Community Service Award recipient.
Thank you, Madam State Regent. The DAR Community Service Award is an opportunity to recognize individuals and organizations for outstanding contributions to their local community and beyond. Tonight's recognized recipient is Patty Presley, Executive Director and founder of the Western Hills High School Cougar Pride Foundation. The WHHS Cougar Pride Foundation is dedicated to providing healthy meals, quality snacks, clothing, and toiletries to students in need. The Cougar Corner is an affordable classroom to ensure that these supplies are available to students during class, as well as games and other extracurricular activities. As Patty said, and I quote, "We want to give the kids hope. Our goal is to get the kids to graduation. We're helping to build one-on-one relationships with them so that they know people care about them," end quote. The Western Hills High School Cougar Pride Foundation was recently renamed Cougar Pride Alliance, as the program has been expanded to serve both Western Hills Elementary and Leonard Middle Schools, as well as the high school. Patty Presley was recommended by the Fort Worth chapter, Sarah Fizio, Regent. Seated at the Regent's table is Mrs. Presley's husband, Ralph Law, and Sarah Lynn Carrillo, member of the Cougar Pride Alliance. Would you, as well as the members of the Fort Worth chapter, please rise so that we may recognize you? I'd also like to add, as we were starting to feel a little bit outnumbered, Mrs. Presley went to the University of Texas in Austin. Mrs. Presley, will you please come to the podium? Madam State Regent, it is a pleasure to introduce Patty Presley, recipient of the DAR Community Service Award.
Wanted to say thank you to Madam State Regent and to the Daughters of the American Revolution Fort Worth chapter. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mrs. Presley, and thank you, Mrs. Lowe, and thank you so much for what you do for our community. I live near Fort Worth, so
I'm especially grateful to you.
The Texas Society DAR Media Award recognizes a program or member of the media for outstanding work promoting education, historic preservation, or patriotism. Please welcome Kelly Jo Henry and Katie Markham, State Co-Chairs, Public Relations and Media Committee, who will introduce this year's award recipient.
Madam State Regent, we all know it is impossible to summarize Texas into one thought or phrase. She is a unique mix of personalities, places, and legends. Equally as special are the journalists who set out to tell her stories, legends like Bob Phillips and Ray Miller. Round Rock native Shane McCullough never dreamed of joining those ranks, but with his series, The Texas Bucket List, he is capturing the quintessential Texas experience like his predecessors. In 2008, the University of Houston alum relocated to College Station to further his career in broadcast journalism. After stints at stations from Abilene to Corpus Christi, the sports reporter relocated to the Brazos Valley to continue his career. However, soon after his arrival, the KBTX management had other ideas. Recognizing his talent as a feature story reporter rather than sports, they encouraged him to produce a summer sweeps series highlighting the region. With bruised pride, an eager journalist set out to make the best programming viewers had seen.
At the reserve table are Chapter Regent Gay White and Chapter Chair Jan Newsom. Please see. Madam Regent, I present to you Shane McCullough.
Howdy, how y'all doing tonight? Well, it's a joy to be here, and I'm absolutely honored and humbled by this. This is amazing. When you contacted me about this award, I asked my wife, I said, do you think they contacted the right Shane McCullough? Absolutely thrilled to be here. Growing up in Texas, I was absolutely into Texas history thanks to my dad. We grew up watching Charles Perrault on the road. Isaac, Texas. He made me watch Ray Miller one as well as Jones and stuff. Oh gosh, Rod Stone. And then of course I found Texas Central Reporter at a young age, and I thought, man, I'd like to do that one day. And never in my wildest dreams I think I'd be able to get to the point where we had a syndicated TV show being able to tell the stories of Texas. So it's been an absolute joy. We've been on the air now for 10 years, and the joy I get of telling the stories is like nothing else. In a world where everything is about me, look at me, the people 30 seconds, we try to tell the stories and what's behind them and why they're important and why they're important to Texas. So we've had a lot of joy doing that. And the best part for me is having little kids come up to me and just talk about the show. And it's so cool to see that we're passing it on to the next generation, the love and the history of Texas. So thank you very much. Absolutely honored. Meredith, thank you very much for being an awesome wife and mother. And thank you all very much. Thank you. We are going to come by and check that off the bucket list.
Congratulations, Mr. McCullough. I did see you watching very intently, and I saw that germ of an idea just blossom there. So, thank you, Mrs. Henry and Mrs. Markham. We congratulate each of the award recipients and thank the chapters and committees who nominated these outstanding recipients. If you are serving your chapter as a chapter chair for any of the committees we featured tonight, the Founders Medals, Historic Preservation, Community Service, or Public Relations and Media, would you please stand at this time to be recognized if you are serving your chapter in any of these areas? Do we have any announcements that I am not aware of? Yes, we do. Mrs. Osler, would you bring announcements, please?
This in itself is a miracle. We have one announcement. Barbara Elrod wishes to thank the anonymous person who found and turned in her phone, credit cards, and money this afternoon. It is so nice to know there are such honest people in the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Please rise as you are able for the benediction, which will be given by Mrs. Brockstein, State Chaplain. Please remain standing after the
Wow, that's amazing.
Hey, Ray.
We have difficulty. Good.
Sure, okay. Oh, good. Absolutely. Go ahead. Absolutely honored to be here tonight with the Daughters of the American Revolution. Absolutely honored with this award. Thank you very much for having me. Very proud of this. Very unexpected, so thank you again. I'm very proud to be here. So thank you.
Good. Oh, I have to follow him? Ditto. Yeah, very happy. Very happy to have the award. It was a surprise. I just don't know what to say. It's been an honor and very humble to be able to get this award tonight. So it's great. Thank you.
I live in Austin, but I'm from Fort Bend County.
Oh, okay. I appreciate everything the DAR does, so thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm just honored to have received the Preservation Award from the DAR tonight, and just really appreciate all the hard work and the work that DAR does to keep the kids and future citizens of the U.S. knowledgeable about the Founding Fathers and their principles.
I mean, in Houston, yeah. I don't know. It was like in a strip. I don't care. It's okay. I know. Wow. How did they gone? The video. They like talk to each other? I'm sorry.